Sinister stories.
Halloween night, the air crisp with the scent of fallen leaves and the streets adorned with the eerie glow of jack-o'-lanterns. In a small town, two horror enthusiasts, Frank and Ginny, embarked on a peculiar first date. They connected through an online forum dedicated to their shared love for spine-chilling horror movies. The plan was simple, but exhilarating: an all-night marathon of Halloween-themed horror films at a local cinema. The theater buzzed with anticipation as the couple settled into their seats, surrounded by fellow enthusiasts. The atmosphere was electric, filled with the shared excitement of a night dedicated to their favorite genre. As the movies rolled on, the audience dwindled, leaving only a handful of dedicated horror aficionados. After the fourth movie, a sense of isolation crept in. The theater felt emptier, and the distant echoes of other moviegoers' whispers became the dominant sound. A few people left, leaving Frank and Ginny and a couple of others in the dimly lit space. As they waited for the fifth movie to begin, the lights unexpectedly went out. A collective murmur of confusion echoed through the theater. Minutes passed in darkness until, just as someone was about to complain, the screen flickered to life, revealing a movie neither Frank nor Ginny had ever heard of. And there they were, spelled out in ominous blood-red letters. The movie started in a disorienting first-person perspective, with heavy breathing echoing through a parking lot. One ominous member of the audience noticed a car that freakishly resembled his car. Tension mounted as the camera traversed double doors, eerily similar to those of the theater. The film depicted the doors being locked and chained, mirroring the theater's front entrance. Panic stirred when the movie showed a brutal murder at the refreshment counter, mirroring the theater's layout. The audience, trapped between the surreal on-screen violence and the unsettling realization that they were in the same setting, felt a creeping fear. As the movie unfolded, mimicking the murders of those who attempted to escape, the remaining audience, including Frank and Ginny, cowered under their seats. A sense of real danger permeated the theater as the camera approached the door, capturing the sound of its slow, creaking open and heavy footsteps. Unable to tear their eyes away, the remaining survivors witnessed a couple attempting to flee, only to be brutally dispatched by an unseen force. When everyone finally dared to stand, the couple and the killer were inexplicably absent, leaving only the grisly aftermath on the screen. In the chaos, Frank and Ginny, longtime lovers of horror, found themselves living a nightmarish plot they couldn't have predicted. Seeking refuge behind the movie screen, they discovered the fire doors and attempted to escape through the back, only to find it locked. Frank frantically kicked at the doors until Ginny stopped him. "You're going to attract the killer to us," she whispered. Panic set in as they returned to the theater, glimpsing the killer. He stared at them dead with what appeared to be dead eyes. Fleeing to the basement, they waited in terror as the killer roamed above. The killer emerged, slowly walking to the basement, where the couple was hiding, listening to the ominous sounds of heavy footsteps. Frank and Ginny hid in the basement until they were sure the killer had walked past them. The couple dashed back upstairs, attempting to escape through the front door, only to find it chained. Desperation fueled their attempts to break the unyielding glass, but their efforts proved futile. Their escape took them back to the theater, where the movie screen revealed a chilling scene. Themselves on the screen, facing an unseen killer. The couple witnessed their on-screen demise, but miraculously remained unharmed. Confused and paralyzed with fear, Frank and Ginny stumbled toward the front door as the movie concluded. Relief washed over them. They had survived the night. The lights came on, and the couple laughed nervously, reassured that the danger had passed. As they approached the exit, a post-credit scene appeared on the screen, revealing the killer in third-person view behind them. Panic set in once more as the screen depicted the wielded knife slashing relentlessly. Went out, plunging the theater into darkness, leaving Frank and Ginny to face a certain fate. The credits rolled, marking the end of a movie marathon that had transcended the screen and thrust them into a horror story of their own. By morning, the manager of the theater opened up the theater and did his daily inspections, only to find the theater appeared to have not been cleaned the night before. The manager, who was upset, called his employee. He weirdly heard the sound of a phone going off. He finally traced the sound to a popcorn machine at the refreshment counter. The phone was ringing in the popcorn. The manager was confused and continued to walk around and search the theater, but he could not find anyone alive or dead.